Thank you for joining me today. We're going to have some fun and make some delicious lasagna. We're going to make it half regular and half keto and gluten-free. And I'm going to show you how to make those gluten-free keto noodles, and then I'll just use oven-ready noodles for the regular side. So I'm using my regular sauce recipe that I've always used for my lasagna. It turns out delicious, and it's going to be nice to be able to be on a keto gluten-free diet and be able to eat lasagna. So let's get started cooking. Now let's make our sauce for the lasagna. I've got me a big Dutch oven here, and I'm heating it up. I'm going to add in 1 pound of ground beef, 100% grass-fed. Mine's 80-20, and 1 pound of Italian sausage, mild. Now let's break this into small bits. I have 1 onion that I've chopped. Let's add that to the meat. And let that meat brown and the onions become tender, stirring frequently. Now my meat is almost totally browned and my onions are starting to become tender. So what I'm going to do now is add my garlic. I've taken about 4 or 5 cloves of garlic and minced them. Now I have fresh thyme, about 2 teaspoons, half a teaspoon of chopped red pepper, a teaspoon and a half of oregano, and a teaspoon of cinnamon. Let's add those. Now if your meat had a lot of grease on it or fat on it, before you add those spices would be a good time to take your meat and slide it to the side and soak it up with a paper towel. Mine is not that fatty, so I'm gonna not go through that process. Now let's add about 3/4 cup of red wine. And of course the alcohol will boil out of this, but the flavoring is excellent. Now I have 2 15-ounce cans of chopped tomatoes, and I'm going to add both of these cans. I also have some tomato paste, and I'm going to add about 3 to 4 tablespoons. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now what I do is, with the remainder, I freeze it, and then it's ready to pull out and use in another recipe later in the month. Okay, let's stir this in. I almost forgot, I'd like to add a little salt. Just about a half a teaspoon. I'll let each person add however much they want. And about a half a teaspoon of black pepper. And bring that to a simmer. And I'm going to cook mine for over an hour. I want those tomatoes to break down and all the flavors to combine. Now I'm making mine a day ahead of time, so these flavors will have an opportunity to really fuse together. time to mix our ricotta with our cheese and eggs. So I'm going to take my eggs first. Now I'm going to mix these up a bit. Now our ricotta, we want 2 cups of ricotta. And we want 2 cups of grated Parmesan. Now we want a teaspoon of garlic powder and of onion powder. Now let's mix this all up. There, that's got it. Okay, next step. Okay, now it's time to put it all together. So take a 9 by 13 casserole dish and make sure it's pretty deep. I have one that is not quite deep enough to get all the layers we want. And we're going to put together our keto side and our regular side. Also preheat your oven to 350 degrees. So first we're going to put a layer of sauce. Then I've got these oven-ready lasagna. Our regular side. I'm going to, oops, break this so that I've got some there. Okay. Then our keto side. And remember, our noodles didn't turn out quite the way we wanted them, but they'll be okay. Now then, we put a layer of cheese mixture. I really think I was supposed to put a layer of sauce first. Oh well, we'll recover. Okay, now I'm gonna put a layer of sauce. Let's put a layer of mozzarella cheese. Now I choose to do mine in slices. You could use the grated. So shredded. Now then, layer of noodles. Okay, a layer of sauce. Now be sure to spread that layer out nicely. Now I've used up all of my sauce at this point. And now ricotta topping. Before I spread that, there was one thing I wanted to do. I did not put basil in my sauce because I had fresh, and so I was wanting to put it on now. Okay, now let's top this with mozzarella cheese. That should do it. Okay, what we're going to do next is cover this with foil, and I want to mark which side is the gluten-free keto side, and I'll do that by putting 3 toothpicks in that are going to hold the foil up. And over on the regular side, I'm only going to put 2 toothpicks. Now then, cover it with foil. Those toothpicks keep the cheese from sticking to the foil. Okay, let's put this in the oven for 40 minutes. Take it out, uncover it, and put it back in for 10 more minutes. Now, if your noodles are already cooked, then you could put it in for 30 minutes, uncover it, and put it back in for 10. See you in 40 minutes. Bye now. If you're enjoying this video or have any questions, please feel free to leave comments, and also subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up showing that you like it. It motivates me to continue to cook. Thanks. Let's get back to cooking. Wow, this looks delicious. Let's take a bite out of the keto side and see how that tastes. Yum! Those noodles are not too bad. It actually has a lasagna's consistency. You really need to try this recipe. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you subscribe or are already a subscriber and continue to watch my videos. Thanks for watching. Bye now.